Hello, this is Rodney again with Rox&Relix. Today's topic is going to be the 6-ring 3-ringer. This here is a good example. You can see the side cast marks on it and the mold mark on it here. They call this a recut mold. Not exactly sure what caused this, or if it was just some molds that were made. I don't know why they would recut a mold, but anyhow, you can see how crude it is with the excess lead up here on the nose. But really cool bullet. It does have an offset cavity. This one does have a teat in the base of it, and then they are 58 caliber. And then here is another one that has some really light, looks like what you would call a recut on it. Same cavity to it, except this one does not have a teat in it. Hello again, it's Rodney again with Rox&Relix on the Bullet ID series. Today's topic is going to be the Cosmopolitan, also known as a Gwynn and Campbell. Also, it was a short produced gun. It was not favored by the military. The military did contract about 1,100, almost 1,200 of these guns in 1861. They were mostly issued to the Illinois Cavalry. I believe it was the 4th and 5th Illinois Cavalry. The gun was not favored. It was a really weird looking gun in the first place, but they were a paper cartridge bullet and real pointed nose with a solid base on them. The bullets were manufactured rather at a plant versus being made in the field, so this was not a very popular gun to use. The gun had a lot of different nicknames because it was very unreliable. It was accurate up to a certain distance, but after that it was just useless gun, and they couldn't get the munitions to the troops in time to continue using it. So by about late 1862, this gun was about done in its life cycle. Hello y'all, it's Rodney again with Rox&Relix on the Bullet ID series. Today is a more common style bullet for the Sharps carbine, but it's a little rarer version of the Sharps carbine. This is the Navy Sharps, which is a 5.77 caliber. So it's a lot bigger than our standard 54s. It does have the solid base. You can see the little mold cut in the bottom there. It looks like a line. Some people call it an eye base, but it's a very similar to the 54. The design is the same, of course, it's just a little bit longer, but this is for the 5.77. Hello, this is Rodney with Rox&Relix again on the Bullet ID series. Today's topic is going to be the machine groove. Machine groove I have found in 2 different calibers. The more common one is the 54 caliber. They're really symmetrical because they are made in a machine. The grooves are perfectly cut and kind of square on them. They have a little dish base cavity into them. There's different ones that have different patterns on the rings. They're never just exactly the same. This one here is a little more crude, but you can notice the spacing on the rings is really different. Here's another variation of it. This one here has a real deep center ring, but really shallow top and bottom ring on it. And then this here is the rarer one that I've dug, and I've only dug one of these. This is the 5.77 caliber. It's not the most beautiful thing in the world. It's got a little plow nick there and there, but overall it's a beautiful bullet. Hello everybody, this is Rodney with Rox&Relix again on the Bullet ID series. Today's topic is going to be the Charleston high base. The Charleston high base is pretty much a common looking 3-ringer, besides that the higher skirt on it here. This one here is a 5.577 caliber, and then here's another variant of it, which is a 54 caliber. Real pretty example of it here. As you can see, the cavity into it, kind of a thicker skirt onto it, but real well made bullet. Hello, this is Rodney with Bullet ID series here at Rox&Relix. Today's topic is going to be the 4-ring 54 caliber Sharps ringtail. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. My camera's kind of acting silly this morning. But it does have 4 definitive rings on it. It's got this one funny ring way up here at the top. I did not dig this bullet. This bullet was dug by a good friend of mine, Daniel Boston, up in Virginia. He knows how much I love bullets, so me and him did a little horse trading, and this is the bullet I received. But really cool bullet. The Sharps ringtails are one of my favorite. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of them because there's so many variants of the ringtail Sharps. I will highlight a few here and there. But anyhow, it is a cool bullet. We did not find this here in my area. And as I said, I did not personally dig this one. But a good friend of mine did trade me for it for some Nemic bullets. Morning. This is Rodney with Rox&Relix again on the Bullet ID series here. Today we're going to talk about the Washington Arsenal bullet. Washington Arsenal bullet looks like just a common 3-ringer. You can see the mold line all the way through it there. And you can see the star denoting the Arsenal mark in it. I've dug a few of these, mostly in Virginia is where I've dug them at. I did dig one really cool example here. This is a backwards hit, what we call a sombrero. And look at the pretty star in the base of this. Thanks for watching, y'all. If you have any questions on bullets, please comment, send me a message, look me up on Facebook at Rodney Lewis. This is Rodney with Rox&Relix again on the Bullet ID series here. I drove all the way from Tennessee to South Carolina just to dig this one bullet out of this camp. And unfortunately on this trip I actually broke my leg on the last day I was there, but I did accomplish what I set out for. This is a 5.77 3-ringer. No, it looks just like pretty much a common bullet and everything, but this is what I was looking for. So this is French triangle base 3-ringer. It actually measures 0.570 is what it measures, but I drove about 9.5 hours to just find this one bullet. As I said, bullets are a passion of mine, something I enjoy digging. I've driven many miles, many hours just to dig a certain bullet. Hello there, it's Rodney with Rox&Relix again on the Bullet ID series that I'm doing here. Today's topic's the Colt revolving rifle. A Colt revolving rifle is exactly what it sounds like. It had a cylinder in it like the Colt pistol did, but it was actually a carbine basically. I have 2 examples of it. This one here is a 56 caliber that's in beautiful shape. It's just about flawless. I can't get my camera to clear up real well. It does have a solid base on it. Real pretty bullet. And then a good friend of mine that I hunt with up in Perryville, Jason Case, he gave me the only example of the 50 caliber. It does have a little damage to it, so it's not a pristine example of it. It does have the solid base. As I said, it's got a little battle damage to it here. Anyhow, they're a really neat bullet. I've dug several of the larger calibers, but I've never dug the 50 caliber. They say that they made it all the way down into a 36 caliber. I've never seen that example before. Good morning, y'all. Continuing on with the bullet series and identification here at Rox&Relix. I'm Rodney Lewis, by the way. Today's topic is going to be the 1858 round nose Sharps. This is one of my absolute favorite designs on a bullet. I don't know why. I just love the pattern. We've all, or a lot of us, have dug the ringtail Sharps before. There's so many variants of it. I mean, some of the books have them listed from 0 to infinity because there's just so many variants of it. But out of all of them, for some reason, the round nose one really sticks to me. It's just a cool design. We always find the pointed nose ones, but the round nose is just, I don't know, just a cool bullet.